Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to our Sustainable Table webinar series. My name is Daniel Nelsa, and I'm part of the promotions team here at CFSI, or the Campus Food Security Initiative. Today, we have some special guests from SGA, the Student Government Association, who are here to work with us and show you how to make yet another tasty, amazing recipe. So thank you all so much for joining us. Without further ado, let's just throw it right to the kitchen and get started.
Food prep team here at our training site, and today we have two very special SGA members that are joining us.
Hello, everybody. My name is Yahia Al-Qudah. I am the SGA Vice President. So happy to be here to make such a tasty dish. And I'm also partnered with.
Hi, my name is Megan Solis. I'm currently the Sergeant at Arms. I'm also the Senator at Large for the Amber campus. And I'm also the Campus Life and Community Affairs Committee Chair. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what we come up with today.
Please join us as we start going through the ingredients. And we'll also begin the making of tabbouleh, which is a Levantine dish that is very famous in the Arab world, in the Middle East and parts of North Africa. And it's used in many different ways, but we're going to make the simplest way for everyone to enjoy at home. But just to introduce ourselves a little bit more, as Vice President for SGA, I work alongside two amazing co-executives to make sure that everything is running smoothly for the student body. And Megan is very important in the legislative branch to make sure that it runs smoothly and everyone is doing their responsibilities as they were voted to do. So we can go ahead and get started, Megan? All right. So just to introduce some of the ingredients that we have. First of all, we have a wheat. It's called borghol. And this wheat is going to be used inside the tabbouleh. We have around 1 cup of borghol here with us. You can find borghol at your any neighborhood marketplace, and it's very tasty. Once you add some water and lemon to it, you can use it with tabbouleh, and it tastes very nice. We also have 1 cup of water, and also we have 2 lemon that we squeezed, or we pre-squeezed before this. So we are going to add those 2 to the borghol and have it soak on the side so that the taste of the lemon gets inside the borghol, and of course the water. It makes the borghol a little bit less hard, because it is hard when you get it. Next, we have around 2 bunches of cilantro that we already pre-cut. And over here with Megan, if you want to show them what we have.
We're going to have cucumber, tomatoes, green onions, parsley, as well as more cilantro and some lettuce.
Towards the end of the dish, we are going to add some olive oil, which is right there, and also some more lemon and a little bit of salt. We're going to add that at the end, so it just gives the cilantro a very smooth taste. So we can go ahead and begin, right, Megan? All right. So the first thing we're going to do is put 1 cup of water and 2 squeezed lemons in the borghol so that it soaks on the side for a few minutes as we dice the rest of the vegetables we have here today. All right. So we can go ahead and mix that and put it on the side so we can just take in that taste of the lemon and give a very nice, fresh taste in the tabbouleh. And we'll have it soak on the side for a few minutes as we dice the other vegetables. So Megan will go ahead and begin with the cucumber here, and I'll go ahead and start cutting down the parsley. So as we said, we are representatives for the student body. So in the Student Government Association, we have a lot of different people that have specific roles to make sure that the students are being represented at the university level. I'll go ahead and let Megan go ahead and talk a little bit about her role as Sergeant at Arms and also Senator at Large.
So as Sergeant at Arms, my role is that I have to be required for taking attendance meetings. So we go based on Senate meetings, and we're bi-weekly. So I'm the one that's responsible for making sure that all the senators are doing their duties, that they're coming to the Senate meetings, that they're able to be present. So that way, if we have something that we need to vote on, that they're there, and as well as committee meetings, and just to make sure that they're coming to the mandatory things that are required of SGA. And as the Senator at Large, so we have senators for specific colleges, but for Senator at Large, we're basically in charge of the entire campus of UTRGV. So since I'm responsible for Edinburgh, it doesn't just mean that I'm strictly there. I also go and help out at the campus at Brownsville. And there's also 3 other senators. There's 2 other senators for the Senator at Large position for Edinburgh and 1 for the Brownsville. And we're all going to be working together this semester to help listen to students and be able to understand what's going on in the campuses and see if we can make any change.
That's great, Megan. So what is your favorite part about being a representative for the student body?
My favorite part really is that we get to just go out on campus, be able to understand what's going on and hear things. I mean, you really don't see what's going on unless you're really in the internal side of it, and you see the things that some students are actually struggling with. And it's amazing on how much it can be fixed, really. So that's one thing that really drove me to wanting to be in SGA, is that we're able to make real change and help out students.
That's great. So for those that do not know, the way that issues are handled through the student body is, let's say you have a concern. You can bring it to any one of your representatives. So every college has 4 representatives in the Senate. So, for example, the College of Sciences has 4 senators in the Senate. So, if you have any issues, you can bring up those issues to the representatives, where they can go ahead and take that to the Senate and tell other student representatives, when they can just go ahead and communicate with university administration and let them know about the concern. So it's a lot about communication and bridging the gap between students and university administration. So Megan is actually a product of our first-year internship program. And the first-year internship program is something that SGA has for first-year students. So I'll go ahead and have Megan describe her experiences in the first-year internship program.
So when I came into the university, I wanted to be a part of something. I wanted to start joining organizations and just pretty much set my foot in there, see if I could be able to make any friends. And so I joined student government not really knowing what it was in the beginning. However, I had my mentor was Yahia, actually. And the director was our president right now, Jose Pablo Rojas. And they really just took me under their wings. They showed me everything that SGA is, your responsibilities, the different types of branches that are there. And it was just a great experience being able to not only meet the deans of your college, but also being able to meet representatives, getting to know other people, and also just being able to help listen to students, make a difference in the campus. So I would recommend it to anyone who's an incoming freshman this year. I think it's a really great opportunity to be able to meet new friends and being able to help out.
So something that you will come to appreciate is engagement at the university. You don't always just want to be focused on academics, of course, which is priority. What you can also do is be active on campus. There's so many different student organizations, and a lot of departments who have also departmental organizations that welcome students who want to be active on campus and who want to participate. So right now we just finished cutting the parsley and the cucumbers. We also pre-cut the cilantro. So we're gonna mix what we have right now currently, and then we're gonna go ahead and cut some green onions and some tomatoes. This is all gonna go into one pot.
Just to cut in here real quick, y'all are doing a great job, great amazing job. It looks super delicious so far. Just to give some quick fun facts and some facts about the nutrition, about the things that we're using today, such as the cucumber. 1 cup of cucumber actually equals to 1 cup of water. So if you need to hydrate a little bit more, just try to put more cucumber into your diet, and it will really help with that, just hydrating overall. We're also using parsley today, and parsley contains a lot of vitamins such as vitamin K, vitamin A, and vitamin C. Vitamin A is really good for immunity, some heart health. Vitamin K is also good for bones and blood clots. And we're also using some really delicious red tomatoes today. And tomatoes are also a good source of vitamin C and vitamin K. Vitamin C helps with antioxidants, which just helps reduce the risk of heart diseases. And just a good source of fiber overall. And just adding some vegetables here and there can really improve your health overall. Thank you.
So we thank Aaron for those amazing nutritional facts. So tabbouleh has a lot of those. It's a really healthy dish for those that want to try something a little bit different than their regular salad. A little bit of a Middle Eastern twist, and it tastes amazing at the end. So next, we're going to go ahead and start cutting the green onions. We have around 2 bunches of those. So I'll have Megan go ahead and start with them, and I'll just finish off the parsley that we have left over in the bowl.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
So last term, you were the SGA chair of the Senate, and now you're the VP for the Brownsville campus.
Right.
What made you want to go to a higher position?
So as chair of the Senate, I was able to work with a lot of senators on issues that they brought from their college. But many of those issues take some time to get fixed. They don't just get fixed over like in 1 week. So after I finished up the term for chair of the Senate, I really wanted to continue pursuing a place where I can look at those issues and continue working on them. So I joined Jose Pablo Rojas, who is our current president for SGA. And we ran with our other vice president for Edinburgh, Anisette Cantu, so that we can continue focusing on these issues and we can actually get stuff done. Some really cool things about the executive team is that they have direct access to a lot of the upper administration in the university. So we are able to meet with them on a regular basis to discuss issues happening on campus. And that's what really made me want to go for a vice president position, because of that platform that we have, which is a little bit closer to higher administration than the chair of the Senate role, which I had for the 2020-21 role. So we're almost done here with the remainder of the parsley, and Megan finished up with the green onions. So we'll go ahead and put all this together here. And then we'll go ahead and start working on the last of what we need, which is the tomatoes. So we'll go ahead and split them up. I'll take 2, you can take 2.
And what's your role as VP for Brownsville?
So something different that we did this year is that, if you don't know, the SGA executive team is split up into three people. which is the president and 2 vice presidents, one for Edinburgh, one for Brownsville. And we really want to get away from having that separation. We believe that UTRGV is where the students are. It's not depicted by a place or a region. And we really want to emphasize that. We're all united, no matter where we are. Brownsville, Edinburgh, there's also facilities all over the valley. Westlaco, even one in the island. So we can't just continue emphasizing Brownsville and Edinburgh. So something we did differently this year was change it up. Even though I am vice president for the Brownsville campus, I am also taking up the duties for internal management of SGA. Our other vice president, and a second two, is taking up the responsibilities for external affairs. So we split up these duties to make our executive team really efficient in what we do. And our president, Jose Pablo Rojas, he's the one that kind of goes in between both internal and external affairs, so that those duties and responsibilities are split among us 3. So we make sure that we are working together as a team and we're efficient with it. Okay, so we're almost there, guys. Tabbouleh does not take too much effort to make, so we're almost there.
When was your first time making this dish, Yahia?
So I've made this a few times already with my family. As I said, this is a Middle Eastern dish, famous in the Arab world. It's always being used or being made. Of course, it's something that me and my family enjoy from time to time. So I help my mom make it every now and then for us to enjoy at home. So Megan, can you tell everyone a little bit about the judicial branch in the SGA?
So I actually work alongside with the judicial branch as Sergeant at Arms. So the judicial branch is similar to the structure of like the Supreme Court. We have the Chief Justice, and then we have our Associate Justices. As Yahia mentioned, for his position, how it used to be for the Brownsville campus and for the Edinburgh campus for the vice presidents, is now like that for the Associate Justices as well. They used to be, I believe it was 2 and 2, correct?
Right.
Yeah, 2 and 2 from Edinburgh and from Brownsville, but it's been changed now to just being 4 complete. It doesn't matter where you're located from. And so we work alongside with them. As Sergeant at Arms, I am responsible for having to report to the Chief Justice if the senators are not meeting the proper amount of attendance. So if they have a maximum amount of unexcused absences, I have to report it to the Chief of Justice. And from there, it works to the judicial branch. And we have an amazing judicial branch. We have an amazing Chief Justice. We work really well alongside them, and we all just work together with all 3 branches to make SGA the way it is today.
Okay. So SGA has 3 branches: executive, judicial, and legislative. And all of them work harmoniously together to make sure that student concerns are being addressed and that senators and everyone is doing their duties to the best of their ability. So you might have heard us talk a lot about student concerns, but you might not know where to go if you have a concern. So many times students often go to social media to express their concerns, but we really emphasize to make things official. We want you guys to go over to our V-Link page, to our SGA account, and if you look under our forms, we actually have a form called the Student Concern Form, where any student can submit a concern form, and SGA will review it, and we will get in contact with you to review your concern and work with you to see how we can resolve it. This often ends up being a discussion with maybe your college dean, maybe your professor, and things like that.
I'm gonna put my tomatoes in the
Sure. So to give one concern or one project that the Student Government Association is working on currently, along with the executives being the initiator of this concern, is books on campus, textbooks, and making sure that there's ways for students to get free books, open educational resources for their classes. We understand that for classes, students can often pay hundreds of dollars for textbooks in a semester. So what we want to do is lower the cost of the textbooks by having open educational resources that are available for students at any time, and students can use those for your classes. So you won't have to pay anything extra, or if you do, it'll just be very low cost. That's something that also Megan worked on in the past. I don't know if you want to touch on that.
Yeah, so as a first year intern, we were responsible for all coming up with a personal project. And I was in early college, so I was never responsible really for paying for my textbooks. My school would pay for them for me. However, when I came to college, I decided to become a bio major. And as bio majors and majors who are in STEM, our textbooks are very pricey. So my first semester, I spent about close to $600. And by the end of the year, I had spent over $1,000 on my textbooks, which I had to pay out of pocket because financially was not able to cover that. But I wanted to be able to just see if there's any way that we can be able to get textbooks that are still informational but are free as well for students, because I know students also struggle with it as well.
Right. So a lot of things you'll see now is that you don't only have to pay for textbooks for classes, but you also pay for programs, like a lot of online programs that give an extra cost to students. So we really want to work with professors and emphasize that most of the work that is used to turn in on, let's say, an online program can be turned in another route, somewhere that students don't have to pay for it. And books, there are counterparts to books that are mainstream, right? That are available for students to use at a low price. So we're going to go ahead and finish off the tabbouleh. We already diced everything: the tomato, the parsley, the cilantro, the cucumbers, the green onions. Am I missing anything? That's all good, right? Yeah. So the burghul has been soaking on the side. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So this is how it should look. It's a little bit, it's softer, much softer than it was. And that's because the lemon and the water got soaked in. So we're going to be mixing the burghul and the vegetables that we made here. But before we do that, we're going to add some lemon, 2 lemons that we squeezed beforehand. We're also going to be adding olive oil, a half cup of olive oil. And we're also going to be adding 1 tablespoon of salt. And we're going to go ahead and mix that. There we go. So one thing you will notice about tabbouleh is that it has a very nice smell. Yeah. The mixes of the parsley and the cilantro with the other vegetables, it gives it a really strong, very nice smell. So now that we mixed everything together, we're going to go ahead and put the burghul in there, which already has water, and it already has 2 squeezed lemons in there, and it has been soaking on the side for around 10-15 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and pour this in here. And you don't necessarily have to put all of it, just enough that, with every bite, you can have some of the burghul and some of the remainder of the vegetables here we have today. So we're just going to go ahead and mix it all. And once you thoroughly mix it, you are complete. So this is tabbouleh. It's a very nice Middle Eastern healthy dish for everyone in your family to enjoy. We're going to go ahead and put it.
Yes, let's go ahead and plate it. It looks delicious. If you want to grab the plate and the spoon.
Well,
Okay, looks delicious, guys.
yes.
I'm super excited to try it. That should be good. Okay, if you want to reach over and grab some fork so we can try it. There we go. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's go ahead and try it. Let me put it here.
It came out really good, guys.
That's really good.
It's highly recommend for anyone that loves making healthy salads. This is kind of a twist to it. The wheat burghul adds like a little lemony and a soft taste to it. Just a little bit different textures in there. And it comes out really nice.
Super delicious. I could definitely taste the lemon, the lime, everything that was put in here. The color is really beautiful. All the colors pop and it's really nice. And I'm really thankful that y'all came and y'all showed us this really beautiful recipe with us today. And thank you, guys. And so we're gonna head back to you, Daniel.
Hi, thank you. That looks incredible. I'm really excited to go downstairs and try it myself. It looks really delicious. We want to thank everyone from SGA who joined us today to show us how to make tabbouleh. It looks delicious. Thank you so much. Thank you all for tuning in to our Sustainable Table webinar series today. It was wonderful. If you want to learn more, make sure to follow our social media at utrgv.cfsi on Facebook and on Instagram. And if you've been following us on social media, you might also know that we are holding a t-shirt design contest where anybody can submit their designs for a t-shirt for CFSI, and the top 2 winners will get a special gift if you're chosen. First place will get a $200 gift card to the campus library, and second place will get a $100 gift card to the campus library bookstore. So make sure to get those designs in. They are due by the end of the month. Again, we want to thank you all for joining us for our webinar today. We hope you have a great rest of your day and a great rest of the weekend. Catch you later.